Many smart devices are still complicated to use and are very intimidating, and that's why many people are not starting to use some of these connected devices. In this video, I am testing and reviewing this smart lock by Geonfino. Hopefully I pronounced the name correctly. And spoiler alert, I do like this lock and I do recommend it, especially for its price point, which right now with the coupon on Amazon is only $80. But if you want to know why I'm recommending it, continue watching the rest of the video. If you just trust me, don't want to know why, I got a link down in the description below. But basically, not only this thing is very simple to use, it does what it says it will do and it just simply works, but also this is the least expensive smart lock I have ever reviewed. That doesn't mean this is the perfect smart lock. Just like any other devices, this has its own pros and cons, and I will share that at the end of the video. And by the way, my name is Sean. This is my tech channel where I review techs, gadgets, do unboxing, reviews, and tutorials. So if you think you like content like this, you might want to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification, and when you hit the bell icon, change that to all, because that's the only way you'll be notified for all my future videos. Full disclosure, this unit was sent to me for free from this company Geonfino. However, we did not exchange any money, nor did I get to see my opinion of this lock before it goes published. However, this video does have a sponsor, and that is VESSI, the creator of very comfortable, stylish, and waterproof shoes and accessories. Let me tell you a little bit more about their products, and then I'm gonna tell you about the unboxing experience, installation, and we're gonna do a live demo of how the lock and the app works, and then I'll give you my final conclusion and opinion about this lock. So thanks to VESSI for sponsoring this video. Like I said, they make these 100% waterproof sneakers. They have different styles from everyday move, weekend sneakers, and cityscape sneakers. What is impressive about their product is they don't have a coating on the sneakers that makes it waterproof. It's the actual material itself that is waterproof. So you still have breathable shoes, but you don't have to worry about having wet socks or feet when it rains or if you step in a puddle of water. So ironically today, when I received these and I was getting ready to go ahead and shoot this segment, it did rain and I put these on, I went outside, and I tell you, it worked beautifully. I came inside and I had 100% dry feet. Also, regardless of which model you get, these are extremely lightweight, and by the way, they are 100% vegan. I do have a coupon code that you guys can use. I'll put it on the screen and down in the description below. Definitely check it out. Thanks VESSI for sponsoring this video. So the unboxing is pretty straightforward. When you open up the box, you have some literature, and you have the two main components of the lock, the front face and the back face. Then you have a couple of boxes with necessary hardware, keys, and other accessories that comes in the box. The installation, I'm not gonna get too deep into this because they have a very thorough and detailed owner's manual that you can follow, as well as a video on their Amazon page that is extremely detailed. So I'm not gonna try to duplicate that. So before we get to the demo of the app and the lock, if any of you guys know where I can buy these small tabletop, small doors that you can demo the locks, like what you would see in like Lowe's or Home Depot, please let me know, drop a comment down below. I have seen other YouTubers use them so they can do the demonstration of the locks right on their studio at their desk, but this is becoming really difficult and I get a lot of locks I gotta demo and test. So if anybody know, please drop a comment or shoot me an email. I highly appreciate it. Okay, so how does the lock work? From inside, obviously, it's very simple. You only have a knob that you can go ahead, twist and lock the door like this. Very straightforward. And then the way you can go ahead unlock the door, you have 4 different ways you can do that. You have traditional keys. You get 2 of these RFID cards or prox cards. Then you can use the app that is called TT Lock, all one word. I will put a link down in the description below. And then you can also use the code, and they all work beautifully and very simply the way they should. Check it out. So if the door is locked, it's just that simple and that fast. And you get 2 of these. Now, I haven't looked to see if you can buy more of these. I assume you can, but I haven't checked it out. By the time I'm editing this, if I can get that question answered, I will put it down in the description below. Obviously, using the lock is pretty straightforward as well. By the way, from outside, the way you will lock it is different than inside. Inside, you have the knob you will just turn like this. From outside, there are a couple of ways you can lock this. One, you can use the keys, obviously, or you can push and hold this lock button for 3 seconds. And just like that, it will go ahead, lock the door. Now, when it comes to user management, codes, and things like that, you have to use the app for simplicity. And the app is free, very straightforward registration. Once you connect the lock, then it is very straightforward. Be honest with you, I read a lot of reviews. Some people, they had trouble connecting. Mine was a piece of cake, just a breeze. I followed the instruction and it connected just fine. So in the app, you have very simple and intuitive controls. Starting with send e-key, if you want to go ahead, send someone a code. You can generate a passcode. You will give it a name and you will say what type of passcode you want to generate. And what's nice is you have a lot of flexibility about the type of code you're going to generate, whether you want to create a permanent one, a timed one from this time and this date to this time and this date, a one-time code. So someone will just use it. The moment they use it, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next month, as soon as they use it, then it will just expire. They can only use it once. Then erase, I guess, I'm not sure what that is, to be honest with you, but my favorite one is custom and recurring. Custom is you, first of all, get to choose your own passcode versus the other mode. The system will generate one randomly for you, which is going to be really difficult to memorize and understand what that is. But this way, you can create a permanent or timed one, and you can create your own code anywhere between 4 to 9 digits. And the recurring one is when you want to say, for example, I want this every Monday between this time and this time to work. So whether you have someone coming to clean your house or take the trash out or feed the dog, whatever the case might be, this is how you can set that up. So very, very simple. I will tell you this section of the app to be able to generate and create codes, it is so much easier than all the other apps that I have used previously personally with the smart locks that I have reviewed in the past. And then the other thing is to know initially when you get your lock, these fobs work on the door lock. The moment you download the app and you connect it, these are deactivated, and you have to go to cards and go ahead, activate and register these cards, which is pretty straightforward. And then the other cool part is when you go under records, it basically memorializes all the activities. So if you go here, you can see every time with the app, I locked or unlocked this door. You can set up authorized admin if you want someone else to do this. And obviously, if you just want to lock and unlock using the app, you just push this button. Sorry, to touch to unlock, long press to lock. There you go. And then touch and hold to lock. So really responsive. Now, it is important to keep in mind, this only works locally. So you have to be within Bluetooth vicinity of the lock. And normally that is under 50 feet, assuming you don't have any obstacles and things in your way. And you do not have any remote capability. So this does not connect to your hub for you to be able to access it and lock and unlock your door when you're not home. Also, what that means is every time in the app, you actually go ahead, add a user, you need to be close to the lock. So that way the lock can register and understand all those new codes. If that's not how it works, somebody correct me down below, but I'm highly confident that's how it is. So if let's say someone gets to your house and say, hey, can you let me in? You cannot generate a code remotely and then give them the code to get in. You have to, once you generate the code, you still need to be close to the lock. So for the lock to register that, and then anyone else will be able to use that code. So maybe one thing you can do, just have a few spare codes if you're gonna have this, So in the moment, if somebody really needs to get to the house, you have these one-time codes that you can give away. And that is pretty much it. The quality is really good. I love this kind of like matte finish look. It looks premium. It doesn't look bulky. That's how the app will work. And the final segment, I'm gonna give you my final conclusion, as well as the pros and cons summary to see if it's worth buying this. So you saw the lock, you saw how it works, you see how excited I am about this, but I want to wrap it up and tell you all the pros and cons and my final conclusion. Here's a list of some of the things I liked about the device. Number one, its design. You absolutely cannot tell this apart from the other units that I personally am currently using at my house. I've recently tested that they cost up to $300. So over 3 times the price, and the quality exactly in par with a very high-end lock. Second, it's its price. It is under $100 and it's one of the most affordable smart locks that I have ever reviewed, and it functions simply the way it says it would. The next thing I really liked about this, just the ease of use. These RFID cards that you have, they simply work and they're really fast. The Touch ID, same thing. Using the app, it is extremely easy to try to use when you're trying to add users, take them off. And then I think I already mentioned this. I love the fact that it comes with a couple of RFID cards to try to gain access to the door much faster and easier. What are some of the things I did not like about this lock? There are a total of 3 things. Number one, you do not have remote access. So this does not connect to the hub, does not connect to the home Wi-Fi for you to have remote access, which for its price makes sense, but it's important you understand that is one option that this lock does not have. Second thing is it does not have Apple HomeKit connectivity. That may not be a big deal to some, but in my house, I like to have all my smart devices be able to connect to HomeKit so I can control everything from one spot. But typically HomeKit devices, because of the certificate and some of the hardware they have to put in, you rarely find something at this quality at this price to have that feature. The price would be definitely much higher. And the last thing I didn't like is, in case if the battery dies, the only way you can unlock that door is with your keys. And if you always rely on your RFID cards or using the code and you don't have the key with you, which is the point of having a smart lock, then you're not gonna be able to open that lock. Some, but not all smart locks, they may have a way for you to connect a 9-volt battery from outside to kind of like jump the lock. So that way it has enough juice for you to put your code in and get inside. And this does not have that. However, it does give you a warning when the battery is low. So you do have plenty of notice, but it's important to know in case if it dies, you're out of luck unless you got your keys with you. This has been it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the sponsor of this video. I have a link down in the description below. You got a coupon code that you will get some discount. Definitely check them out. Thanks for watching. If you got any comments for me, how I can improve these content, I would love to hear from you. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.